Alright, to win in today's NFL, you have to have a quarterback on offense and guys that can affect the opposing quarterback on defense. Look at the Kansas City Chiefs. They have Patrick Mahomes at quarterback and interior defensive lineman Chris Jones and edge rusher George Karlaftis to affect opposing quarterbacks. That's why they're the defending AFC West and Super Bowl champions. Meanwhile, the Las Vegas Raiders finished third in the AFC West and missed the playoffs with a 6-11 record because they came up short in both areas last year. Quarterback Derek Carr didn't have a good year, and edge rusher Max Crosby didn't get the help he needed from edge rusher Chandler Jones. So head coach Josh McDaniels cut Carr and brought in Jimmy Garoppolo, who knows his offense. And to affect the opposing quarterback, he made a few moves to help Crosby. No pass rush should be so dependent on one man. Not only did McDaniels and GM Dave Ziegler bring in more quality pass rushers, they brought depth in too. The Raider pass rush can come in waves now. We just might see a resurgence from the 33-year-old Jones with him getting more of a rest. A few plays off would even help a younger Crosby. Alright, we start with the interior of the first wave. This is Byron Young, the team's third round pick this year. As you just saw, he can win quickly. It's hard to keep him blocked because he works well with his hands. He has good length for an interior guy too, so he's going to control a lot of the action in there and disengage when he's ready. He has good speed and quickness for his size too, so he can get you on stunts. Here he's going to go from extended arms to a quick swim move to disengage. This kid's a steal. If Alabama would have had him rushing from the interior more instead of the edge, he would have been more productive. Now we move on to the other interior rusher, Jerry Tillery. Tillery had quite an impact when he got to the Raiders. In the 8 games before he got there last season, the Raiders only had 9 sacks. They had 15 sacks in his first 4 games there. His pressure inside often led quarterbacks straight to the edge rushers. He had a profound effect on Chandler Jones' production late in the season. Here he's going to run LA Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert right into Jones again. When that pressure comes from inside as well as outside, there's nowhere the quarterback can go. He also helps by taking double teams, giving his teammates a chance to go one-on-one. Now we go to the edge in 2023 number 7 overall Tyree Wilson. Look at the physicality of this man. He has that and that length to keep blockers off of him. If he gets his arm extended first, it's going to be hard to block him. It's real simple for him. Extend those arms because he has the leverage advantage and keep that tackle on skates. With those 35.5-inch long arms, it's hard enough for those longer arm tackles to block him. But those shorter arm guards have no chance. Oh yeah, and those same long arms he uses to beat his man are the same long arms he uses to poke that ball out. And of course at the other edge is Max Crosby, the guy who plays like his hair is always on fire. He can win with power. Watch him use his length and overpower his man here. He can get you on the stunt. He can get you with speed and bend. He can get you with his hands too. Watch this quick swim move. And he can get you with a counter move like this spin move. Crosby shows up for Mahomes and the Chiefs. He just needs somebody else too. Now we go to the interior of Wave 2. Bilal Nichols really didn't do much until Tillery showed up. He's another guy with good length for an interior guy. He didn't do as well as I thought he would last year, but this year in the second wave, he'll do just fine. He's not going to get a Herbert here on this one, but watch him win with his hands. And here goes that length again. This guard just can't handle it. And now we go to the other interior, 2022 5th round pick Matthew Butler. He didn't play much early on, and when they did put him out there, he struggled at first. Butler isn't a big steal or anything. He came in the 5th round as a project, so he wasn't just going to hit the field right away. It was a long process. Earn trust in games throughout the whole year and get a few snaps late in the season. And as you can see, he wasn't a wrecking ball right away as soon as they start letting him play. But he did get better, and he eventually got a sack against the Chargers in Week 13. The new regime likes his progress this offseason too, so they're expecting a little more from him this coming year. And now for the edge of the second half, we have Jordan Willis. I don't think the new regime likes Malcolm Koonce much, which is why they got him in the first place. This kid has some talent though. He's 6'4", 270 pounds, has 34-inch long arms, runs a 4.5 40, and has a 40-inch vertical lead. And here he's going to show some motor. He's going to stay after it and get there. Quarterback has no chance on this one as his left tackle gets bench pressed. Here he's going to show a little hands and some bend. And now we're on to the other edge of the second wave, the old veteran Chandler Jones. You saw that fake spin, so he still has the moves. And of course, he still has those long arms to keep guys off of him. There's really no one better than Jones to teach Wilson how to use his long arms. But the 33-year-old is coming off a not-so-great season and an injury, so maybe it's time for a reduced role. With a lot less snaps, maybe he gives the Raiders a lot more quality snaps. And it sure can't hurt to keep him fresh. Interior defensive lineman Jerry Tillery was a nice addition to the Raider pass rush. As you see, he made a big impact, but the Raiders needed to add much more this offseason. And boy did they do that in the first round this year at number 7 overall with Wilson. I'm expecting big things from him and for Chandler Jones to move to a lesser role, at least eventually. And I'm telling you right now, watch for Young on the interior too. He was really a steal. And of course we have all-world edge rusher Max Crosby, and that takes care of the first wave. Then in the second wave you have Nichols and Butler in the interior, and Willis and Jones on the edges. That's quality and depth. Thank you for watching. See you next time.